Hey everyone, welcome to our first podcast. It's Zooming Through Education. We're your three hosts today. I'm Joanna.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Caitlin.
If you don't follow us on Instagram, we introduced ourselves there, but we want to introduce ourselves to you right now too. Like I said, my name is Joanna. I am an intermediate senior teacher, or IS, as you might hear. My teachables are history and English. In my free time, I enjoy to craft on my Cricut, and I love watching horror movies.
Okay, I'm Sarah. I am also an IS teacher candidate, but for history and geography. I really like reading in my spare time when I have it. Sometimes audiobooks, they're great, but I like historical fiction and fantasy books. And yeah, I'm really excited to start this project.
And my name's Caitlin. I'm also in IS, and my teaching subjects are English and French. In my free time, I like to read as well, write stories, sing on the karaoke, because that's always a good time, and play with my dog. And yes, I'm also excited to start podcasting.
Since we've already introduced ourselves, we wanted to kind of get into why we decided to create this podcast. So it started one night. We were all in a group chat. Well, we were all Zooming actually, just discussing what we were supposed to do for another class project. And Caitlin, why don't you take it from there? Because this is your idea.
Yes. Well, I love listening to podcasts. I should have mentioned that actually in my bio. But yes, I like to listen to a lot of podcasts on various topics, and I feel like podcasting is a great way to communicate about certain subjects that aren't always focused on in media, for example, or in literature and whatnot. So I think this was a great way for us to deliver this project, which Sarah will explain.
Okay, so we're all in our second year of Teachers College, and right now we have to take a sociocultural perspectives class, and the end of the year project is a community activism project, and the idea of it is to breach the walls of the classroom. I have it in the syllabus right here. And make an impact on the broader world. So it can be done through like activism or protests, but we kind of thought about how online learning is a new area for a lot of us as teachers and students. And we thought that this podcast may be helpful to discuss some of the challenges we're all currently going through.
Yeah, we're kind of at an in-between. So being a teacher candidate, obviously you're studying to become a teacher. And for us, it's funny because we're still considered as students, but we're also given the professional role as teachers once in placement. So we want to kind of like bridge the gap and we want to provide, I guess, if you guys interact with us, which we're really hoping that you guys do. So please, if you have any questions, write them down in the comments. But we're trying to really help out from the idea of what teachers kind of want from students with online learning and what students want from teachers, because it's kind of hard, obviously. Like we're there with you. We get it. Online learning is really difficult to do, especially if you didn't sign up for it in the first place, or even if you did and you like it's not the same. It's not the same as in person. So that's why we're here for you. This is, well, I just want to say this is my first time ever doing a podcast. So
Me as well.
Yes, me too.
So it's just expect us to mess up sometimes. There will probably be times where we might get off topic. This is a conversation between friends, right? Like yes. Sarah, Caitlin, and I, we've known each other. And so we're just here to chat with you guys. We want you to feel comfortable. Like we're going through this together, right? Like the pandemic obviously sucks. So we're just here to have a conversation.
Yes. An engaging and fun one.
Yes, hopefully. I mean, hey, we have fun Zoom calls. What do you mean?
I know. But I mean, some of the topics are a little bit difficult, so.
They are.
But that's okay. We're here to navigate it together. So.
Yeah, we kind of want this to discuss all the aspects of online learning. So not just students doing work, teachers assigning work, but like relationships and outside factors and stuff that can affect your mental health. So we're going to talk about a lot of topics that are related to online learning.
Because your life does not revolve around school. We all know it.
It shouldn't.
Yes, it shouldn't, right? But I feel like there are some people out there that think that school and then like nothing besides school.
Yeah. But I feel like that mentality is really stressful if that's all you're focused on, either work or school. Yeah.
I completely get that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've had teachers in the past that think that like your life revolves around school, even as like a high school student, but it doesn't, right? Like you have extracurriculars, you have all of that to deal with. Sometimes you even have jobs depending on how old you are, right?
Yeah, and we're planning for this to be able to reach multiple communities. So it's not just necessarily for teacher candidates that are going through this, like university students, college students, even high school students that are doing online learning. We're all kind of we're on the same boat.
Or even if you're just here to listen to what people are complaining about, we're here for that too.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
So we plan on putting out an episode once every couple of weeks. It kind of depends on our schedules too, since we are still students. We're still learning. We have a questionable prac coming up. We're not 100% sure what's going on with that. So if I think we have 5 or 6 episodes planned for this podcast, right?
Yes.
So if the demand is greater than those 5 or 6 episodes, we will listen to that demand and we'll put out a few more. Or even if you guys have some ideas on what you want us to talk about, please, like I said, feel free to comment. Feel free to, give us suggestions on like what you want to hear from us, because we're always here to listen, even though you're listening to us right now.
A two-way street.
Oh yeah. I guess we can talk about a little bit about what we're covering for next episode.
Yeah. So the topic for the next episode's about navigating online learning in general. So we'll talk about how you can engage yourself while doing it, participating during classes, for example. Don't really know what else.
Well, like making sure like how you can participate, right? Because like we've all been in the Zoom calls where we're talking over one another and it's just chaotic. I was in a job interview where I was talking over somebody else who was also being interviewed at the same time. Or like I was just telling the girls my dad walked in on my job interview, and it was like it was probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever dealt with. Being a professional at this point, it's like it's a lot.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
Yeah. Probably also like dealing with distractions while in like a 2, or sometimes I know some of us have back-to-back classes, so it's like 4 hours on Zoom. Dealing with the outside distractions when you're trying to concentrate can also be part of navigating it.
Yeah.
And believe me, your teachers see when you're looking at your phone. Like they know when you're not participating. Especially for that, like even if your class is just 1 hour, they will see you look down in the corner and and
your face lights up.
Like exactly.
Yeah.
Or you start laughing because like your friend's messaging you in the middle of class, and it's just
it does happen.
I'm not going to lie. I've done it before. It was more of me messaging Caitlin because I was freaking out because I had to present. That's another thing we're going to
yes, let's talk about that. presenting.
Yeah, that's
in an
that's
online
something
environment. Yeah, I find it's a little awkward.
It is.
When there are, especially when it's a group presentation, Sarah.
Yeah, I don't have a presentation like that until December, and I'm already kind of freaking out about how that's going to work, because I watched one group present last week and they did a really good job, but like it's hard when you're trying to figure out when's the next person going to talk. You don't have those same cues as you have when you're presenting with a group in class, being able to like look at the person or nod to them. But yeah.
And you have the problem of technical difficulties too.
Yes.
But that's not just with presenting. It's with being in class, or if you have to speak to answer your teacher's question. Sometimes that can ruin it and break that flow, I think.
Oh, for sure. Or if your internet connection is unstable, like every single time I log into Zoom and I start a meeting, it's just, your internet is unstable. I'm like, that's great. If I freeze and I look wild, then that's it. That's just how the rest of the class is going to know me. But yeah, this is some of the stuff we wanted, I guess we're going to cover in our podcast. We're open to new ideas or suggestions. But yeah, we also thought that maybe we could do something, I guess, continuous throughout all of our podcasts. So kind of like a daily check-in that you as teachers or as students can do with your friends. Do any of you ladies have an idea on what weekly check-in we'd like to do today?
I mean, we could do a rose and a thorn today.
Okay, I'm down with that.
So like a rose and a thorn of the week, like a good thing that happened and maybe something that was a little stressful. It's good to talk. I can start. So a rose of the week was I got a couple assignments done that aren't due for like another week. So I was very proud of myself. And a thorn, I stayed up a little too late some of the nights I was working on these projects, and I didn't get as good of a sleep. So that was a little stressful the next day waking up for class.
Yeah. True. I completely get that. Yeah. Definitely stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning while being at home.
Yeah, that's pretty common for me too.
Oh, it's
what is time?
It's arbitrary.
At this point, it's there is no time. It's just all blended into one. Or what day is it today? I don't even know.
Yeah. I feel like there's something due every day. Yeah. Or something to do every day.
Don't get me started. There's a calendar. You can't see it. It's out of frame, but I'm staring at it, and there's actually for every assignment that's due this month, there's one of these beside it, and I'm scared. I'm very scared.
Yes, this month is busy.
Do either one of you want to do your rose and thorn of the week?
Sure. I could. Actually, I'll start with the thorn.
Ooh.
So the thorn for this week was that I was supposed to go to the CN Tower to celebrate my anniversary yesterday. But the CN Tower announced that they were going to halt services as of yesterday, so I couldn't go. And I was really excited because I've never been to the 360 restaurant. But the rose was that we planned the rest of our day spontaneously, and my partner and I were really content with everything, and we were very happy. So despite what happened, we made the best out of the situation.
That's great to hear. How long have you and your man's been together for?
Yes, my man and I have been together for 5 years. Sorry, I don't know why we're talking about this. But anyways, yeah, so 5 years. That's a long time.
It is. It's a long time.
I know.
Oh my goodness. I'm just waiting for our significant others or friends to watch this, and they're gonna be like, wow, so this is what they talk about in their Zoom meetings.
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They should be prepared.
Yeah, honestly. So my rose and thorn for the week. My rose was that I got to spend the weekend with my parents. They both usually work, but since I've been at home, it's been kind of like hectic. All of our schedules are like different and they don't really line up. But yeah, I got to spend a nice weekend with my parents. Surprisingly, we didn't get into an argument about anything. My thorn for this week, though, is mainly because I'm not, I guess because of everything that's going on with like school and all of the assignments and all the projects, I'm not really there right now. I started making an apple pie, which is like something that is like just calms me down, makes me happy. And I'm like ready to go, put it in the oven. And then I realized my oven has been broken for the last month. So
oh,
there's currently
so sad.
Yes, there's currently a frozen apple pie in my freezer. And it's just waiting, just anticipating the day that it gets baked. So AKA no pie and no turkey for me this Thanksgiving.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, also, I guess for those of you who maybe find us on YouTube, we're Canadian based.
Yes.
Another explanation. So it's currently the first week of October. We're recording this October 4th. I'm hoping that it will go up today on YouTube. We will see how good my technology skills are. But yeah, we have Thanksgiving coming up. I don't even know what day it is. On what day? I know
on the 12th.
Next weekend. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But they're more on point. This is all about being organized, which is something else we're gonna discuss.
Oh, trust me, Joanna, you have a lot of skills on that. A lot of
yeah, it looks all nice written out on paper, but it's a lot harder to like, you know, make it come to fruition. So yeah, anything you want to add, anybody? For our first episode. Like I said, it's kind of awkward. We're trying to think of it as a conversation between friends. Obviously, we are remaining very professional. There will be no swearing on this channel.
Yes.
But we're also kind of awkward because we haven't, like, this is the first time we're recording this and there's no like editing going on. There's no cuts. Like, this is just us straight like word vomit.
Conversation. It's
Yes.
a conversation. Well, we don't know where well, we have a structure for where it's going to go, but we don't know where it'll end up.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Many possibilities.
It'll get to the point at some point.
It will. Yes. It will.
Yeah.
It will, of course.
So I guess, are we feeling fine with wrapping up today's episode?
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't even know how long we've been on for. It's most likely going to be a shorter episode. I was supposed to start a timer. I did not. Like I said, learning. We are all learning today.
Oh, it's okay. Before
we wrap up, we would encourage you guys to follow us. We have an Instagram account and we have a YouTube account. It's Zooming Through Education on both. So feel free to search those up. I know a few of you guys have already added us or followed us. We follow you back. Don't worry. We always follow back. Yeah. I mean, my phone follows back. So, yeah, feel free. If you, like I said, if you guys have any suggestions, comments, concerns, feel free to message us. But yeah, I guess that's us.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you. Stay for the next episode.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hopefully it is a little more organized than this one. Hopefully we get to the point. I guess, yeah, intro podcasts are always a little tough.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I guess we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.